What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. So is Ford a good stock to buy right now? I don't know. That's a good question. So Ford is one of my all-time favorite companies, and it is trading at $5.17 as of right now, and it looks like a good buying opportunity because we've been seeing all-time lows for the past week. It's been swinging between $4.80 something cents to like $5.20. It's just been swinging on there, so it looks like a good buying opportunity for anyone, right? But I think that with Ford, you have to look at the bigger picture, right? So if you look on the chart, you're going to see that Ford has been on the decline since about 2014. And it really doesn't make sense, really, if you're just looking at the chart, because the stock market was going up in 2018, 2019, and part of 2020. It's been going up, reaching all-time highs, and Ford was still going down. So why would anyone invest in a company that that's doing the opposite of what the stock market is actually doing? So I think that a lot of people were invested in Ford because of their dividend yield. So they were paying 15 cents a share, which is a pretty high dividend. Even if these investors didn't see any gain in the stock, they were still able to receive that dividend income from the stock. That kind of like compensated the lack in capital gains. So now Ford has suspended this dividend. So what's going to attract investors to invest in Ford now? One of the only things that they had to attract these investors was their dividend yield, and they went ahead and cut that. So now they don't have that incentive to give to investors. So what's going to attract more investors into Ford? You can look at this in two ways: short-term investors, and you can also look at long-term investors. So these are going to be two completely different investors when looking at Ford. So if you are a short-term investor, you relatively don't want to wait that long to make capital gains on the stock. But if you're the opposite, you might be willing to wait for the stock to actually go up. Just like a lot of the companies right now which are declining, Ford is also declining. You got to look at the situation like them having to close down plants in North America, Europe, I think some in South Africa and others in Asia. So they're not producing anything, which means they're not really making a lot of money. And they also took out 15.4 billion from their credit lines just to help sustain themselves. And they also announced that they were not going to lay off any workers. They're going to have to continue paying these workers. So looking at, the amount of cash that they have, it's going to be getting used to pay these workers. So I think cutting the dividend really adds onto that amount. That's going to be, that's going to cost them, when it comes to paying the workers or, paying for other stuff, their bills that they have. So should you be buying Ford? I think it's a 50% chance. So if you want to take the other 50, you can look at it as going to have to file for bankruptcy. Or you can take the other 50 that's going to say Ford is going to survive this, by cutting dividends and also by using their credit lines. This is going to help them survive this whole thing until they're able to open up production and start actually making money. And once the crisis is over, they actually have to make a profit. And I think they can do that because they also announced that they're going to stop making the passenger vehicles and focus on what they're good at, which is going to be the trucks and the Mustangs. Buying Ford might be a good opportunity for long-term investors that are willing to wait for the stock to actually see a gain. But that is pretty much it. Let me know what you think about Ford. If you have Ford in your portfolio, if you disagree with what I said, let me know in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you on the next one.